Hello, good morning students. See, welcome back to our e-learning session and it is initiated by Vidya Sankul under the guidance of Dr. G.M. Sutaria sir. Okay, see in our last session we complete up to illustration number 21. And here we have to start our last illustration, that is illustration number 22 in this session, in this lecture. Okay, see, I am reading the question first and then we will discuss about the answer. An advertisement company claims that 4 out of 5 housewives do not identify the difference between the two different brands of butter. See, the probability of success or probability of failure. One probability is given in first line, 4 out of 5, that is 4 by 5 is the probability, but it is probability of success or probability of failure we have to decide by seeing the question only. Okay, see the here 4 out of 5 is what? Here it is the do not identify, underline that particular word, do not identify the difference between the two different brands of the butter. Okay, to check the claim, 5,000 housewives are divided in groups, each group of 5 housewives. Okay, so 1,000 group. See here, first of all, first of all, the probability of success or probability of failure is given, that is 4 by 5. Probability of do not identify the difference between the two different brands of butter. And that is 4 by 5. It is probability of success or failure that we will discuss later. Now, to check the claim, 5,000 housewives are divided in group, each group of 5 housewives. Okay, so here n is equal to small n is equal to 5 and capital N is equal to 5,000 divided by 5 groups. So here you can say capital N is equal to 1,000 groups. One group of 5 housewives, that is your small n, total 5,000 housewives and each divided in 5, that means 1,000 groups are there, that is your capital N. Now if the claim is true means what? Do not identify the difference. Okay, the claim is true in how many groups? Among these groups, at the most one housewife, but the question is the claim is true. That means what? Here the probability of success is do not identify the difference. Okay, so here P is equal to what? Small p is equal to what? Sorry, and the remaining question, second question, only 2 housewives can identify the difference. See the last line of the question, can identify the difference. That is, the probability of success is identify the difference and here the probability is given is do not identify the difference. That means here again the probability of failure is given. Okay, so here I am writing that point. First of all, probability of success is equal to identify the difference. Why? Because in the last line of the question, see the last line, first point, at the most one housewife, second point, only two housewives can identify, underline that particular word, can identify the difference between two brands, different brands of the butter. That means here probability of success is can identify the difference. Okay, so the probability of success is this, and now the probability of failure is what? Do not identify. The difference. Therefore, Q is given here. Probability of do not identify the difference between two different brands of butter, that is 4/5, and here probability of failure, that is Q is equal to 4/5. Now what? P. P is equal to what? 1 minus Q. Probability of success, that is identify the difference. Here 1 minus 4/5. 5 is the LCM. 5 minus 4/5. So you can say here probability of success is equal to 1/5. Probability of success 1/5. Probability of failure 4/5. Small n 5 and capital N is equal to 1000 groups. Okay, so here all the characteristics, or you can say all the parameters of the binomial distribution is here. Now what we have to find out, at the most one housewife from the group. See here, first of all, here we have to find out at the most one housewife, but here it is also from the group. That's why after the answer, that is after the probability, you have to multiply and you have to find out the number of groups, that is capital N. Okay, so first point, first of all, what is the probability? All the values are there. That's why what is the probability of distribution? Probability distribution that is P of X is equal to NCX into P raised to X into Q raised to N minus X. That is the probability distribution. Now we have the value of N, P and Q all, right? So I am writing out that here P of X is equal to N, that is 5CX into P, that is 1/5 raised to X into Q, that is 4/5 raised to 5 minus X, where X is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so first of all, whatever the given information is there, we have to write down that. Then we find out whatever the missing item is there, that is what is the probability of success. We have to first decide that from seeing the last line of the question. Probability of success, then probability of failure. Here the probability of failure is given. From that we have to find out the probability of success, and that then we have to prepare a probability distribution. And probability distribution is P of X is equal to NCX into P raised to X into Q raised to N minus X. That is the formula. We just put the value of N, P and Q into the formula, where X is equal to 0 to 5 or 0 to N. Okay, so here first part of the question is complete. Now main first question, at the most one housewife. Probability of at the most housewives. That is P of X at the most. That means what? Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. What we have to take? We have to take less than or equal to. Why? Because at the most, that is at that time we have to write down the less than or equal to. At least that at that time we have to write down the greater than or equal to. So here less than or equal to P of X less than or equal to 1 we have to find out. But from 1000 groups, that's why we have to multiply that with n, capital N. Probability of at the most. See the question, if the claim is true, in how many groups? In how many groups? The question is how many groups, that's why we have to multiply with n. If only the question, if in the five housewives we have to select at least one, that means P of X less than or equal to 1. But here the question is in how many groups, that's why we have to multiply with the n. So 1000 into n is equal to 1000, that's why here we can say is equal to 1000 into P of X less than or equal to 1 means what? 0 or 1. Minimum 0 or up to 1. So P of 0 plus P of 1. So first of all find out the value of P of 0, P of 1, then add it, and the final answer of probability we have to multiply with the 1000. So here I am writing out P of 0 means what? Is equal to 1000 into 5C0 into 1 by 5 raised to 0 into 4 by 5 raised to 5 minus 0 plus 5C2 into 1 by 5 raised to 1 into 4 by 5 raised to 5 minus 1. Simplify it. 1000 into 5C0 always 1, and C0 is equal to 1. Any constant raised to 0, that is also 1. And 4 by 5 raised to 5. 4 raised to 5, that is 1024 upon 5 raised to 5, that is 3125. Plus 5C1, that is 5, into 1 by 5 raised to 1, that is again 1 by 5 as it is. Now 4 raised to 4 and 5 raised to 4. 4 by 5 raised to 4, that is 256 divided by 625. Here the 5 is cancelled, so is equal to 1000 into 1024 divided by 3125 plus 256 divided by 625. Now simplify it. First of all, take a LCM. 3125. I am writing here 1000 into 1024 plus 5. Here if we are taking LCM as a 3125, then we have to multiply 5 here as well as here in the numerator and in the denominator, right? So 256 into 5. Find out 256 into 5 divided by 3125. Is equal to 1000 into 2304 divided by 3125. Divide it and multiply with the 1000. So first of all, the 1000 into 2304 divided by 3125 is equal to 0.73728. 0.73728, and now multiply it with 1000. That's why the final answer is 737.28 groups. 737.38 groups. That's why we can say here 737, round figure, P of x less than or equal to 1 is equal to 737 groups. This is your final first answer. Okay, so first of all, write down this and then we will discuss about the second question. See the probability of at the most one housewife, that is P of x less than or equal to 1. But here the question is that in how many groups? That's why we have to multiply with the groups. How many groups? 1000 groups are there. That's why we have to find out the probability of group. That's why here we have to multiply with 1000. 1000 into P of 0 plus P of 1. Why P of 0 plus 1? Because the probability that we have to find out is less than or equal to 1. Okay, at least, sorry, at the most. Okay, and now put the value into the formula, find out, simplify it, and the final answer is 737 groups. So first of all, write down these and then we will discuss about the second. Write down. Okay, I hope you complete that. Now I am removing that. Now the second part of the question, only two housewives can identify. Only two, that is exactly two. We have to write down that second probability of only two housewives, that is P of x is equal to 2, that is P of 2 is equal to 5C2 into 1 by 5 raised to 2 into 4 by 5 raised to 5 minus 2. It's very easy. Just simplify it. 5C2, that is 5 into 4, 2 into 1, 10. into 1 by 5 raised to 2, that is 1 by 25, and 4 by 5 raised to 3, 64 by 125. So the final answer is 640 divided by 3125, but here we want the answer in the groups. That's why we have to multiply this probability with 1000. Find out the answer. 640 divided by 3125 is equal to 0.2048 into 1000. That is, the answer is 204.8, or you can say the approximate answer is 205 groups. This is your final answer. First is probability at the most one housewife, and second is the probability of only two, exactly two. Okay, this is the probability. Please write down this. And now this is your 4 mark sum, and here your second chapter is over. All the illustration of second chapter is over. First of all, write down this. See, we complete exercise 2.2 also. And in homework, we complete section A, B, C, D all. Now only the remaining section E and F is there. In section E, first, second, third, only first and second is not in our syllabus. Now third question, I am reading that. If the probability that any 50-year-old person will die within a year is 0.01, that is the probability is given. Find the probability that out of a group of 5 such persons, n is equal to 5, none of them will die within a year. At least one of them will die within a year. Die means what? Here the probability will die means what? Here the probability of success is given. See, I am just discussing this question because it's very easy. 0.01, that is your probability of success. Why? Because we can see that in our question, last two question, will die, the word is there, and that's why here the probability of success is given in the first line. So P is equal to small p, probability of success is equal to 0.01, and the probability of failure Q is equal to 1 minus p, that is 0.99. And 50-year-old, ignore that particular number. Here 5 persons are there, that's why n is equal to small n is equal to 5, n is equal to 5, p is equal to 0.01, q is equal to 0.99. Now x is equal to what? 0 to 5, 0 to n. Okay, and this is the probability distribution, ncx into p raised to x into q raised to n minus x. Now the question, none of them will die, that is x is equal to 0. In first question we have to take x is equal to 0, so we have to find out exactly p of 0. Just like this, p of 2, here we have to find out p of 0 in first question. And in the second, at least one, here at the most one. Now at least one means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the values we have to find out. X, all the values of x, that is x is greater than or equal to 1. At least means what? X greater than or equal to 1. So all the values of p of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 you have to find out. See, it's a very large or long sum. So here we have to take p of x greater than or equal to 1 is equal to, we can write here P of, 1 minus P of x less than 1. P of x greater than or equal to 0 means what? 0, ignore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the values we have to find out. If we are finding out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the values, then it is a very large, it's a very big sum. Now we have to take some shortcut. What is that? 1 minus P of x less than 0 is equal to P of x greater than 1, because the total probability is always 1. Now see here, what we can say here, P of x less than 0, that is P of P of x less than 1, that is P of 0. And we already find out in first question, that is P of 0. Put the value of P of 0 here and find out the second answer. Just 3 steps for the second answer. First, what is the probability? At least 1. What is that? P of x greater than or equal to 1. Then is equal to, at least 1 means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So don't find out that. Only find out 1 minus P of x less than 1. X less than 1, that is 0. So here 1 minus P of 0, and P of 0 already find out in first question. Just put the value of P of 0 here and find out the second answer. So it's very easy. Only the explanation part is this second. Okay. So do it yourself. Now fourth question. The probability that a student studying in 12th standard of science stream will get admission to the engineering branch is 0.3. Probability, one probability is given. It is probability of success or failure, we will discuss later. 5 students, n is equal to 5 is given now. 5 students are selected from the students who studied in this stream. Find the probability of the event that the number of students admitted to engineering branch is more than the number of students who did not get the admission in the engineering branch. So here what we have to find out? We have to find out it is find the probability of the event that the number of students admitted to engineering branch is more than the number of students who did not get admission in the engineering branch. Means what? Here probability of success as well as probability of failure. Probability of success is if we are considering that the students get admission, then probability of failure is that students do not get the admission in the engineering branch. Okay, and we have to find out P is greater than Q. Just we have to find out P is greater than Q. Then what? See here, I am doing that sum. In the question, probability of success as well as the probability of failure sometimes not given. We have to decide from the last line of the question which one is the probability of success and which one is the probability of failure. Exercise 2, section E, question number 4. Probability of students will get admission is equal to 0.3. Its probability of success or failure that we don't know. N is equal to 5. Now what we have to find out? Find the probability of event that the number of students admitted to engineering branch is more. Here P is more than Q. That is the main thing. Okay. That is our probability of success. And that's why P is equal to 0.3. Now Q is equal to what? 1 minus P, that is 1 minus 0.3, that is 0.7. So here PQ and N is there. Now how we say that number of students will get is number of students will get the admission in engineering branch is higher than they will not get the admission. That means here how many total students are there? 5 students. So the highest student is what? X is equal to, first of all, P of X is equal to what? NCX into P raised to X into Q raised to N minus X. Okay, where X is equal to what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If we want to find out the probability of students admitted get admission is higher than the do not get the admission, then we have to take compulsory X is equal to 3. Why? If the students get the admission, 3 students get the admission, then it means what? 2 students will not get the admission. That means what? Here the probability of getting admission of the students is high. Okay, so here we have to consider X is equal to 3 indirectly. N is equal to what? 5. 5C3 into 0.3 raised to 3 into 0.7 raised to 5 minus 3. Just simplify it. See, I'm just explaining you here. You have to do this all the exercise sum by yourself. But what is the actually question is there? And here we have to put which value in which point. That is X is equal to what, N is equal to what, P is equal to what and Q is equal to what. Probability of success is given, that is 0.3, P is equal to 0.3. Again Q is equal to 1 minus P, that's why 0.75 N. And the main question is probability of getting admission, students of probability of getting admission is more than they will not get the admission. That's why we have to take X is equal to 3, because if 3 students get admission from 5 students, then here they will not get admission, that is 2 students are there, so the probability of remaining students is less. That's why we can say here P of X is equal to 3 we have to find out here. Okay, so just simplify it after that and your sum is over. So please write down this and complete it by yourself. So here remaining sums are also very easy, so please do by yourself. That is your homework is exercise 2 section E and section F. 7 sums in section E and 2 sums in section F. And if you have any doubts, then please ask me, WhatsApp me or give me any doubts in any time. Okay, so here I am complete my lecture. So thank you class, have a nice day, bye bye. And also here I am completing this chapter also. In our next session we will start our third chapter, that is normal distribution. Okay, bye bye.